ladies and gentlemen. This is Annie Meraj Kidwai, and I hope you all are doing wonderfully well. To know more about me, please go and check out www.vertexasolution.com. You'll get all the details about me there. Ladies and gentlemen, I am going to talk about downfall, why downfall happens, or the psychology of downfall. Now, I will not claim here in this video that I am somebody who had made very huge achievements, like of millions or trillions of achievements. Of course not. But as far as my intelligence, my observation, and knowledge about human psychology is concerned, why downfall happen? And it's not necessary that downfalls happen of people who are, you know, on positions where they are dealing with millions, billions, or trillions, but can happen usually. You know, not necessarily something has to be volatile, but it happens. And in relationships, business, in your employment, your performance, in your office, downfalls happen, and that pains. That really pains because I've also gone through downfalls in my life. Downfall of personal or professional life, both, and why it happens. Now we need to be enough capable to understand the people we are surrounded with. Usually, I'm not going to blame the people around you, of course not. If you observe the ancient leadership as well, where any type of kingdoms, I'm not talking about specific ones. If you closely observe those leaderships, right, of the kings of those eras, so they used to have advisors around them. And usually, whenever the plan or their leadership fails to the opposition or the opposite leader as a king or another kingdom, somewhere it happens because of a traitor, or it happens because of poor advices around that leadership. Now, whenever downfalls happen in our business life, professional life, we need to be very, very selective in our approach um, to the people whom we are surrounded with. And it's not important, and it's not even necessary to listen and implement every advice that we get in our life, because that is why we have our own intelligence to opt or to choose what is beneficial for our situation or not, because everybody's way of thinking and perceiving information, interpreting that information is different. You can definitely take up advices, and sometimes advisors are paid, but it's not necessary that you need and should implement that advice. Advices should be taken when they are solving your problems. Advisors are good when they're problem solvers and bringing output to the table. You need to understand this. When you are taking up certain advices which are not bringing output to the table, then those advices are of no use. Those advisors are of no use. Those people pushing you to your limits are of no use. So we need to be very selective, and selective in also on whom we are putting our trust. Are they loyal to you? Are they really those people who want good for you. Sometimes those kind of people are just sitting next to you, but they may have grudges in their heart against you. They may have problems against you, and you just don't understand that, and that is how you've been put into certain situations that brings loss for you, loss to the table. This is my experience in professional and personal lives both. Um, I usually do not make friends very easily. I do not promote people to become introvert or not to trust anyone, but I'm a person who believes on the actions of individuals and the consequences of those actions. So I do not trust people easily. This is the way I am, and that does not bring me to a point where I believe that, or I may say that I have trust issues. No, it's about being assertive for your own self and the outcomes around your life, professional and personal both. So what I mean to say that when we are dealing with human psychology, ladies and gentlemen, we need to understand that when you're reading about human psychology and when you see the mental health issues and mental disorders, insecurities, jealousies, aggression, these emotions are there in people, and these people are around you. You do not need to get scared of them, right? You do not need to get scared of people's insecurities. And sometimes this happens in our personal life, which also affects our professional life. Okay, so what do you need to do with that respect? With that respect, you just hear what everybody says. Okay, you listen to it, but it's in your hands whether you should implement that, what you hear, or not. So you need to understand what's good and what's not good for you, and you need to draw boundaries. I emphasize a lot that we must draw boundaries. What does it mean? You do not need to go and confront people for what they have done. Okay, whether it's personal or professional. I keep it very precise, crisp, and to the point. And there is no need to create any kind of a situation which is toxic and taxing for you to deal also, because you have to do a lot of different things in your life. So just move on with it. It's okay. Understand people, understand their psychology. You do not need to, just to have to prove things all the time around people. You do not need to do this, because this is not maturity. I mean, taking risk in life is important. When you are in a leadership position, you have to take risks. But having a risky behavior is not needed. So there's a fine difference between both having a risky behavior and taking risk. So risky behavior is where you are putting yourself into situations which might be harmful for you, and taking risk is to push yourself to the limits where you have to take this plunge that yes, I have to succeed, and analyzing things, observing things without being into analysis paralysis. So sometimes, yes, I again say this, that one of the video I made on decision making, that how can you make better decisions as a leader? What is decision making? Decision making is an essential part of our life, both personal and professional life. Being in the leadership position, being a business leader, taking a plunge to start up a business or anything, right? Or you are a mid-level manager, you're a CEO of a big large industry corporation or whatever it may be, political leader. So decision making is essential for your leadership and for the people and for the entity you would like to prosper. So Certainly, decision making is interdependent somehow on the facts, figures, and data. And without going into analysis paralysis, we have to make better decisions. So, I would not say it's, your decisions, you're a human being and your decisions will always not be 100% accurate. So, but we can, if it cannot be 100%, but we can modify accuracy rate. And how can we judge the accuracy rate? By seeing what what if this will bring such kind of results too. If we are seeing on the other side, if the grass is greener on the other side, but you should weigh that, okay, what is the accuracy rate of this kind of a decision I'm making, whether it's personal or professional life, ladies and gentlemen. So definitely, taking up advices from the people around you, trusting people around you, and I would just, the bottom line of all of this is that believe on yourself, ladies and gentlemen. Just believe on yourself, trust your decisions, and you are a prodigy yourself, and you have the talent to make better decisions for yourself than anyone else can make for you, personal, professional, any sort of decisions, right? Because you know what you can handle, what you cannot handle, what's right, what's not right. I would say that cut off a lot of advices around you. That's not suitable for anyone, because that's what risky behavior is. So taking risk is another thing, but risky behavior is toxic and poor for you. I hope I'm able to break it down what psychology of downfall is, how it happens, why it happens, and what measures you can take. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day.